This tree is eastern red cedar, which is Juniperus virginiana, in the Cupressaceae family. Eastern red cedar is native to Georgia. It's considered an old field colonizer, meaning that it will often come in after a field has gone fallow, and you'll find it growing in sort of less fertile areas, and it's really pretty shade intolerant. So it doesn't like to be in the understory. It likes to be almost in full sun. The bark on eastern red cedar is stringy brown and very fibrous. So it has these strings and the fibers. You will commonly see it with lots of knobs and pretty poor form. These are all old branches where it has shed those branches. The foliage on eastern red cedar is pretty interesting. The younger foliage, so here at the end, is light green and relatively flexible. The older foliage is pretty stiff and darker green. And I like to describe eastern red cedar as 3D. So some of the other sort of juniper type things that we'll learn this semester will have flat leaves. Eastern red cedar has sort of 3D leaves. And if you look at an individual one, it has decussate arrangement, so that it'll have one pair coming off the stem, say north-south, and the other pair above it will be sort of east-west. So it comes off at 90-degree angles in those pairs. The scales are sort of overlapping on the foliage. The fruit on eastern red cedar is dioecious, meaning that it has unisexual fruit borne on separate trees. So there will be a male individual and a female individual. The female cones are small waxy cones that almost look like a blueberry, and the male cones are these papery husks cones that disintegrate and fall away after time, and they're sort of yellowish greenish. So again, dioecious, separate female trees and male trees. Key identification features for eastern red cedar: this nice stringy bark that's reddish brown, the foliage that is almost 3D and has decussate arrangement, and that is lighter green on the new foliage and more flexible, and then darker green and less flexible on the older foliage.